Hey everyone, it's June 21st, about 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. And first of all, it's not investment advice. And then second of all, I'm just going to continue where I left off on yesterday's video. So we do have basically what it looks like as a stair-stepping down pattern in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's trying to buck the trend and trying to fight through selling pressure, but it's coming to no avail. And also what we're seeing is that as prices rising, volume's dropping. It dropped here, and we're kind of doing the same thing here. Now, it's not necessarily a guarantee that price is going to go down, but things do look fairly weak at this point in time. If Bitcoin is able to muster up the strength and get an injection of buying power, then I do think we will head back up. However, I do not believe we will eclipse this 7,800 area. So I'll just kind of put a little marker out there just for future reference in my videos. But I do not believe we are going to have the energy necessary to break above that red line. And even if we do, like I've said in my prior videos, I think it would just be a marginal breakout and then a quick rollover from there, because price action looks very weak at this level, and it literally looks like we're almost duplicating the same pattern. So now the question is, if we do break down, do we try to find support at either the 6,400 line where the prior bottom was, or do we progress lower, maybe find support about 6,100 or so, or then slice through 6,000? Well, based on what we've seen in the past, I do think that the possibility of slicing through 6,000 is high, especially with the lackluster volume during these pops to the upside. So what we're seeing is as price is trying to rise up and go higher, there's not enough participants to sustain that price action, and we keep seeing it flop back over time and time again. And as we're watching this volume come in, it's going out. So it's kind of like, you know, the ocean, like you're just watching that wave come in, watching that wave come out. It's just the same exact thing, and the volume's disappearing literally on almost every single 4-hour bar. So as it's coming in, it's just coming right back out again. Now, one thing I've talked about in my prior videos too is that we can see this dwindling in price action, and I'll just kind of draw it real quick for everybody. We got the series of arches, the pops to the upside are getting smaller and smaller, and the moves down are actually getting longer based on what's recently happened. So if we do produce another move, then I do think we could have a longer run to the downside versus what we had to the upside, like so, okay? So hopefully all that makes sense. But the reason why I think we're having this dwindling in price is because you have a bubble top, and what happens on the backside of a bubble is price eventually moves to a stage of normalization. Stage of normalization gives a basing pattern. That basing pattern allows price, if the asset is going to stay around, it'll give it the energy necessary to progress upward, more than likely coming toward this 20,000 run and possibly even exceeding that. Like if you look at what the NASDAQ did, it's not good. It's not identical. Like I compare it to that because it's just a common, well-known bubble that happened in the market, the NASDAQ bubble, right? We could talk about a Beanie Baby bubble or whatever. But anyways, the NASDAQ, it took that time to build that basing pattern and then eventually not only reach the bubble top, but then well exceeded that. So that's just an example. These two markets are not the same at all. They're apples and oranges. But the thing they do share in common is the bubble stage. And the bubble is not about percentage gain. It's mainly about what happens to the individuals psychologically during that phase. And the bubble phase is like literally when all logic goes out the window and people start doing insane things like selling their homes, taking second mortgages out, taking credit cards out to invest in Bitcoin and altcoins. That's like beyond logic on what you should do in a market. So we saw that, and now what we're doing is experiencing the backside of that bubble. And if Bitcoin cannot maintain trading above, you know, just a simple uptrend line, and we start to fall through that, then more than likely we have more downside to go, like we did produce back here, okay? So like I've said multiple times, the fact that the volume is lackluster to these moves to the upside is just very concerning at this time. So unless something majorly changes, right now, I'm very, very cautious on price action, and I just have to kind of wait and see what happens here, because we're forming a bear flag. And what a bear flag is, if you turn your head just a little bit to the left, it looks like a coil. And a coil basically gives you about a 50-50 probability. But the fact that we're forming a bear flag, and Bitcoin is notorious for forming these bear flags and then completely toppling over, leads me to believe we have a higher probability of downside than we do upside, okay? So, and like I said, even if we do pop to the upside, I do not imagine us having enough strength to break above this, because there's just no follow through at all, unless we somehow see a spike of 9 billion in volume or something crazy like that. Then that obviously changes the analysis completely. It would negate this video 100%, okay? So as a trader, like I've said in my prior videos, you have to be flexible, ready for anything, right? But you'll make your logical assumptions, you trade on your logical assumptions, and right now there's a lot of red flags going off with Bitcoin based on what we're seeing and based on what we've seen in the past, that is related to the same exact price action as well as the action in the volume behind that. So anyways, that's it for tonight. If you guys like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, follow. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your support. If you've not joined the Slack channel, that's absolutely free. There's over like 350 members, people from all over the world. It's just a really nice, friendly community that is cryptocurrency oriented. So if you're looking for a community to join, or you're new to trading cryptocurrency, it's just a nice group of people to converse with and maybe learn from as well too. People do share their own analysis, news. It's just it's a really nice area, and I've been absolutely blessed to just have the support and the viewers that are just extremely friendly. They're willing to help other people, and it's just, immense support. I can't talk highly enough about everybody that literally is viewing these videos. You get a couple trolls every now and then, but everybody just about has been really, really supportive and friendly as well. So I thank everybody. I thank all my subscribers. If you want the link to the Slack channel, I do have the link at my website, geometriccharts.com. At the bottom, there's my social media links and my Slack channel link. And if you're looking for something more in depth, like where I buy, stops, etc., price objectives, and so forth, I do offer a subscription service, and you can learn more about that at geometriccharts.com. So again, everybody have a great day, great night. I'll talk to everybody tomorrow evening.